Oi. There we go. Welcome back to the Alice's Spiritual Judge. We finished chapter 1 and we're about to go to chapter 2. The white rabbit is dead and they think we've done it. Spiritual Judge? I never heard about it. And this place should be the gymnasium. What is going on? I'm so confused by the situation now that I tried to talk to the card soldier. Hey, this is the gymnasium, right? What exactly is the spiritual judge? What are you talking about? This is literally what it means. Even if you say so. Be quiet. Refrain from talking. The lady on the stage warns us by hitting the wooden hammer. Be careful. We must obey what Judge Red King says. Card soldier lowered his voice and said, "All right." So the lady on the stage is Red King. Even though she is a female, she is not a queen. Maybe it's a boy in drag. She has the absolute right over this place. So she is judge? Very well. Prosecutor the Hatter, you may start your opening statement. Once Red King urges, one singular dressed man with a hat comes out from the left-hand side. Is he the prosecutor, the Hatter? Prosecutor the Hatter bows pompously and starts his opening statement. Yes, Red King. Well, Just now, White Rabbit, who belongs to second grade class 3, was found dead in the visual audio room on the second floor of the East Schoolhouse in this school. The cause of death is thrust on the neck. The person who discovered the body was, well, the person in front of you. The first person to find the body is defendant Queen of Hearts. So I'm considered Queen of Hearts? Oops, didn't read it. I was staring at that S word and I had no idea what it said. Understood. We can quickly confirm that the first person to find the body, Queen of Hearts, has murdered the White Rabbit. Wow. Very well. It is very reasonable to presume the first person to find the body is the murderer. Exactly, Your Highness. In this case, I declare defendant Queen of Hearts to be executed as What? What? Wait a minute. I cannot help standing up while shouting out loud. What is your problem? Red King inquires calmly. Well, do you not find it strange? About what? This is a courthouse, right? Yes, that is right. If so, doesn't the situation now seem strange to you? Even though I'm not familiar to the courthouse, I believe you need the evidence, the options of defendant or a lawyer. You cannot execute upon such a ridiculous theory. Well, you are not familiar with the rules of this courthouse. Rules? First, we execute them. The ruling comes later. How stupid is it? It is. How could you execute first? I never heard of execute first before the ruling. That is right. I am not the one who killed the white rabbit. Oh, so I'm not the Queen of Hearts. A dignified voice is heard behind the courthouse. Well, inside the courthouse. It is defendant Queen of Hearts. I can see her out the corner of my eye. Ugh, I can't do very many. There's too many voices. I have told you many times I didn't do it. Well, this is the first time I hear it. Prosecutor the Mad Hatter tilts his head and says pleasantly, "There is no question whoever and... What? What's over? I was taken here by force. When I did, I have the choice to make any statement. You are the murderer, right? Is there any need to question you? I didn't kill White Rabbit." The atmosphere at the courthouse becomes nervous. It seems no sides would give up holding their grounds. Well, Queen of Hearts denies killing White Rabbit. You cannot judge without any evidence. It is not correct. Correct? Red King asks wonderingly. Correct. Well, so you are asking us to do things correct? I cannot believe it. What kind of judge is this? Can the chief judge rule justify if she keeps doing things like this? Of course you need to know what is going on about the investigation of the prosecution, the statement and defendant, and the witness. If you cannot rule properly, surely you cannot call it a rightful judge. It is not possible to achieve things you are talking about. Prosecutor the Mad Hatter interrupts with smiles. As you said, to convince as many people as possible, we need enough evidence to spend time and money. Oh, so you just been executing people just because to save you money? People who are not concerned with deliver the final verdict. What? People who are not concerned will deliver the final judgment. Well, how inefficient is this? I am quite angry with the way he puts it. Judge should not concern things such as Well, my bad. This is a human being. My apologies. What kind of prosecutor is he? He is playing with me. However, some things it is good to enjoy this infidelity. Well, what is your name? Alice Kanaski. Okay, Alice, if you say so. Why don't you take the role of defense lawyer? What? I shrink back without further thinking. Since I stand up, everyone's attention is on me. I suddenly feel embarrassed and want to take back what I said and done. What will happen if I said nothing? Just ignore me and sit down. Well, I am... What? By this surprising proposal, and a Red King on the stage begins to talk. It is actually a good idea, the Hatter. I here announce Alice as defense lawyer of Queen of Hearts. What? It has been said, therefore it has been done. Right now. Yes, Your Highness. As the Red King orders me, I cannot help to consent to what I actually don't know what to do. It is true that no one can disobey Red King. So much fun, this game. Did she change her outfit? The outfit looks way too big on her. Well, I don't know how they work at the courtroom. What? Since they are in a mess already, I might as well do as I like. But what should I say first? What if I'm trying to help the Red Queen and then they execute me with the Red Queen? That would be hilarious. It just sounds like something this place would do. So I have to save me and her soul. Okay, Miss Suddenly Jumping in Defend Lawyer. Should I explain the situation one more time? Please. We have just found the body of the White Rabbit, and the place was audio-visual room at East Schoolhouse at the second floor. Cause of the death is the edged tool cut in the neck, which led to the shock of death, or excessive bleeding, which led to death. The first person found the body was Queen of Hearts. This is all. See, the murderer is Queen of Hearts, right? There are so many loopholes that I hesitate to choose which to attack. Alright, so we have choose the question you want to ask, about the time of the discovery, about the knife, about the situation when discovered by the body, about the scene. What kind of situation was the audio-visual room? Basically, what state did it look like? What do you mean? Whether anyone can go in there, or was there any evidence of intrusion? More specific explanations of the scene. Well, why don't you look at this first? Get the photo of the scene. A photo of the crime scene. The photo... Oh! Yay! That's basically a chef's knife. I thought they were talking about like a box cutter or something. This is the White Rabbit. Yes, this is the scene photo of the audio room. Now I realize there is actually someone dead when looking at the photo, and I can feel my face turn pale. The photo depicts the miserable scene quite verbally. Did I scare you? This is the reality. You need to face it. Was the audio-visual room open? Well, the key to the audio room is managed by the staff. It is not available to students, if not for lessons or cleaning. Under regular condition. Under regular condition? Right, the scene is quite particular. We discovered the spare key, the unofficial one. The spare key. By the way, there are fingerprints on this spare key. And as long as we have all the fingerprints from all the students and staff, we will soon find out whose fingerprints are right. That is indeed true. By the way, the fingerprints are not of the victims. Now I have the information of the spare key. If the fingerprints are not Queen of Hearts, Could we deduct that the murderer is someone else? Well, maybe. Then, let us talk about this later. First, let's conclude the whole case. Alright. So we're checking the scene. What kind of situation was the audio room? What do you mean? Oh, did I just do it over? Oops. Okay, so all the ones that say checked means I've already looked at it. And I have to remember that if I lose my strength meter, that they'll force me to do the whole chapter over again. And that's really bad for someone who cannot edit their own video. Alright, we're back. About the knife. When you mentioned the weapon as the edged tool, what exactly is that? It was a knife. A knife? Does it belong to the White Rabbit or anyone else? I cannot believe they didn't investigate this. We don't know to whom this exactly belongs to. It is a normal knife that you can buy anywhere. I see. At least they have done their best to investigate this. Now I know the information about the weapon. By the way, we cannot find any fingerprints on the weapon, the knife. Wow, this sounds like a statement in a serious drama. Feels great. Don't joke around. Why did Queen of Hearts go to the audio room? Queen of Hearts? I don't want to tell you. What? I told you I don't want to tell you. What? See, this is the same as saying I am the murderer, right? Well, it is indeed very strange, but we cannot be sure that she is the murderer. Well. As the saying goes, guilty unproven innocent. It fits the situation. The contrary, it should be innocent until proven guilty. Oh, I guess I read it wrong. At the end, we are not able to know why the Queen of Hearts went to the audio room. Well, she's guilty for the fact that she's not saying anything. So, that's obviously not their fault. Could you specify the time? It is too vague not to point out. Could you let me know what exactly the time was, pretty much? You should confirm with the first person who found the body. What, as if it is not your business? You've seen a worse prosecutor. What? I don't know. Queen of Hearts, when did you find the body in the audio room? 1820. After I discovered the body, I rushed to report. 1820. That's army time, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, so that's 6:20, right? The presumed time of the White Rabbit's death is... After assembled the day, the victim was witnessed in the classroom at 1610. A lot of students can provide the testimony. Well, 1610. So 1610 would be 3:10. So she found the body 3 hours and 10 minutes later, is what I'm guessing. No, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, that's 410. In other words, during the time of 1610 to 1810, it is roughly when the White Rabbit was murdered. Now I know the presumed time of death. Very good. From what we have discussed so far, we have found out anything. Or do you presumably refrain from talking about it? What? There are What? There are numerous causes of death: illness, accidents, murder. And there is one more, do you know? Suicide? Yes, this is probably the most efficient way to conclude this case. If the first person to find the body, Queen of Hearts, didn't do it, White Rabbit probably killed herself. Do you not think so? She didn't kill herself. I don't think she killed herself. Really? Why don't you show us the evidence? The evidence is the knife, and you said that there was no fingerprints on it, so I didn't even know how to look at the evidence at first. Oh, my meter is glowing. Okay, the knife. Item. File. What is the evidence? Okay. Oh, I had to tap the Hatter. The weapon, the knife. Okay, this cannot be your evidence. You contradict yourself. Well, why don't you show us where the contradiction lies? What? Now I'm confused. Because it's in Japanese. The picture? Well, how can you tell from the photo that this is not a suicide case? Please be specific. Okay, so I can either press the knife or I can press the blood that's on the table. Oh, right. I did read in the review that you can only press the thing once. And once you press it once, it gets stuck on there. You can't retract it. So I have to be careful next time I do that. Hopefully that's the right answer. There is proof that the White Rabbit didn't kill herself. Well, my eyes do not work well recently. I cannot see anything. That is because your bang is too long. Because of your incorrect evidence, my eyesight in the... Ugh. The problem doesn't seem to be the eyesight, but due to my statement. I'm so sorry. Please let me restate this again. Okay. Well, I can't go back. I did touch the knife, didn't I? So, should I point to her bag instead? Ugh. This is bad. Alright, I got it. I was supposed to press her hands. I'm so slow. Well, what is the problem? They look quite normal. Yes, they are very normal hands without wearing anything. And please recall the weapon just now. Weapon? Well, I see. It's about the fingerprints on the knife, right? Yes, there is no fingerprints on the weapon, on the knife. Am I right? If it is a suicide case, it's quite strange. If White Rabbit didn't wear anything on, there should be fingerprints on the knife. It is a reasonable statement. So, she didn't kill herself. Yes, she didn't kill herself, and everyone could have held the weapon while she... What, since we don't know who owns the spare key? With this new evidence, we cannot make the Queen of Hearts the murderer. I see. Maybe we cannot. Then, unfortunately, but let me tell you one interesting information. What? I have a bad feeling. When we questioned the students about this case, there were numerous testimonies that Queen of Hearts had been bullying White Rabbit. What? So, why don't we try to combine your statement with this story? White Rabbit has been bullied by Queen of Hearts. White Rabbit had been suffering so much that evidently she tried to kill Queen of Hearts. White Rabbit had asked Queen of Hearts to meet her in the room, but of course Queen of Hearts had fret for her life. She grabbed the knife, thrust it into White Rabbit's throat. Stop! This nonsense, the Hatter. She's not even wearing any gloves. It is Queen of Hearts, quite powerful and desperate. Wow, I'm quite terrified. Well, this is only my imagination, but how does it sound? Well... I'm not wrong? I see. This is the truth. What? No, that's not what I meant. I meant the opposite. I'm not going to have any choice because that was backwards. Damn it. And I've been doing this for 28 minutes. Okay, I'm back. You are easily influenced, Alice. Let me ask you one more time. Okay, so in this game, I'm gonna have to watch what I put. This hypothesis is wrong. Well, you denied again. Let me know the reason then. According to the hypothesis, it is impossible to conclude the Queen of Hearts as the murderer. For if she killed the victim, as you described just now, and touched the knife, there'd be fingerprints left on it. There is the possibility that she wiped it off. If so, don't you think you thrusting the edge tool into someone's throat would immediately stain your... Well, I won't be so sure if you thrust into the clothes. Maybe not thrusting into the neck. It is indeed hard not to have stained your own clothes. If the Queen of Hearts had any indication of to kill the victim, she might have prepared other clothes to change. But your precipitation is upon White Rabbit trying to kill Queen of Hearts. How could it be possible not to leave any evidence at the scene where she is not the one planning the murder? Well, there is also a possibility that she had been so lucky that there was no stains on her, but indeed it is not very possible. How about it, Queen of Hearts prepared this weapon and clothes to change? Then she asked White Rabbit to go to the audio room and killed her. Don't you think it's much more reasonable? As I already told you, this statement is not right. You cannot ascertain Queen of Hearts as the murderer only because she is the first one to have found the body. You can only declare anyone to be the murderer using that sort of logic. Haha. Okay, I give in, Miss Alice. I feel released at all the intentions drained from my shoulder. How much time do we need to spend just to let them understand the seamlessly what? If only they could understand. Once I feel relaxed, Prosecutor Hatter smiles. Let us all agree that we cannot make Queen of Hearts the murderer. Then who is the true murderer? How about you? It is not a suicide case. We cannot make Queen of Hearts the murderer. So who is the true murderer? How about the king? Maybe he was mad because the White Rabbit had a new love. Miss Alice, I have more interesting information. I have a very bad feeling. If he said it is interesting information, it is definitely not interesting at all. Oh my god, this is like not having all the evidence on the table at all. Are you always with the victim, White Rabbit? Since you are so close to each other, there is certainly some excuses or reasons to kill her, defended Alice. Huh? I am the defendant? You are saying I am the murderer? You just said anyone could be the victim, didn't you? In other words, there is also possibility you killed the White Rabbit. Ridiculous. For those reasons you treat me as a defendant. You are being too unreasonable. Could you prove your innocence in this court? Ah. Let me ask defendant. What have you done during whatever this time is, the 14th of May? In other words, please provide the evidence to prove that you didn't kill the White Rabbit. What? Okay, so if I put I am able to prove my innocence. I cannot prove my innocence. And I can't look at any of my items. And I don't know if this is going to be a backwards answer. Can I prove my innocence? I can prove my innocence. What? Because I didn't do it. According to this situation, I will be treated as the murderer. Then pray, prove it. Show us that conclusive evidence. Well, unlike Phoenix, right? I can't look at the information of the... Oh, yes, I can. I wonder. I wonder if she writes stuff like a diary in that book. What is this? I don't know. Can I prove it? I feel dumb. Okay, so I can't remember anything from before I even came to the world in the first place. Are you not going to say anything? Not being able to provide an explanation will increase the possibility of you being the murderer. You cannot confirm that you have done or where you are. Ridiculous. I didn't do anything. I didn't kill anyone. Such a boring answer. Do you think this kind of statement mean anything here? Where is the cleverness you showed when you defended the Queen of Hearts? I cannot recall anything. That is all. I didn't kill anyone. Then why don't you let Red Queen decide what to do? She's gonna kill me. I look up on the stage at the Red King. I cannot see due to her veil what kind of expression she is wearing now. Red King nods and starts to speak. Very well defended, Alice. Let me give you a grace. What? Investigate the case and prove your innocence. Innocence? I cannot judge what I do with. I cannot judge what to do with you, according to the statement so far. So find out everything. Everything. I here announce to dismiss the first spiritual judge. Oh my goodness, the chapter's over. Please let the chapter be over. I like this game though. It's just taking me a long time to go through it. Yes! Well, we have finished the second chapter. I hope my reading was decent. So, what do you think about the game so far? Who do you think killed the white rabbit? Was it the red rabbit? Did the white rabbit kill herself? Did the Queen of Hearts do it? Did the Red King do it? The Mad Hatter is having a great old time, isn't he? So, thank you for watching. Leave a comment below if you wish. Tell me, who is the murderer? Bye, guys.